What I really want to do today is to talk about the consequences of COVID. I'm here what I'm calling the calamity of COVID. It's interesting that we just saw Jesper and he was talking about, he was comparing 2019 numbers to 2023 or 24 numbers. I remember sitting at a session, I think it was in Singapore, in the second quarter of 2020, just after the pandemic really started. And Jesper got up on stage and he said, I don't see any real return until 2024. Well, my goodness, we're in 24 now, and we're only now getting back to those numbers. And it is, in fact, 4 years later. And I think we all said, surely not. We wouldn't have to wait 4 years. But actually, that's what happened. And what has happened? In my opinion, post-COVID, and I don't think I'm being subjective here, the world has changed. Humanity has changed. The post-COVID world, and particularly how it affects how we travel, is not the same as it was in 2019. As Louis mentioned, there's a severe, not plague, of greater loneliness, far more isolation. It's surely not only COVID that created that phenomenon, but it was an accelerator. For more awareness there's far more awareness of mental health issues, a vast increase in remote working, and an even greater reliance and addiction to social media channels and technology. And that doesn't go away when we travel. Yet the structure of the tourism and hotel industries, including in Thailand, and we've heard this over the last hour or so, has barely changed. It's barely reacted at all to the need of change. It's as if, in my candid opinion, in many ways, COVID didn't happen. So I'm relating that back to 4 years. We've all suffered through 4 years, and what has really changed? What does this mean for our future? We at Quo, over the last 3 years, have been blessed, I must say, with some incredible projects. Not in this region, but mostly in the Middle East, some in this region. One of those projects, we were asked, and we've worked for about 1.5 years on the evolution of the perception of hospitality. What is the hospitality industry? How will the hospitality industry evolve as a reaction to COVID and in the future? We've worked in our work, we identified different ages of hospitality. So like all industries, we recognized that the hospitality industry didn't really evolve. And we figured out that there was the age of shelter in the Middle Ages, to the ages of convenience, experience, and to a new age, which we're calling today, the age of imagination. The very word imagination requires us, the industry, to evolve. It implies the lack of innovation in the hospitality industry. Little has changed within hierarchical organizations, service, experience, structures, the management and development of our people. While technology has certainly been a catalyst of change, there's been very little substantive change in terms of operating models, development agreements, and nor has tech. Really, it's an enabler, but how much has technology really changed the guest experience? It's made it faster, it's made it possibly more efficient, but how much soul has technology brought to the guest experience? It cannot make someone feel welcomed or give them a sense of belonging. We identified the need for a reimagination of hospitality, and we've done that by defining the core of hospitality. And we've defined the core of hospitality as, to I think it was Louis' point, the definition of human connection. And Bill said this at the beginning of the show today. He talked about the book, which is all about humanity. The future of hospitality I give to you is about human connection. And it's not just because of COVID, although the consequences of COVID certainly contributed. It's because humanity is at the center of hospitality. It's humanity that integrates and defines culture. And it's that humanity which will be the driving force of change in our industry. We need to reimagine the way we think about hospitality as a human-centered endeavor and not a service endeavor. Think for a moment about Apple. And sure, they've got great devices and we all love them. But just think about the retail store at Apple and how much the veil of the personality and character of Apple employees is imbued in the Apple brand. It represents, when you engage not with the devices, but with the people of Apple in a retail experience, you engage with the Apple brand. Think about now any high-end hotel or most hotels. In many cases, there's still a deferential culture where there is no real human connection, simply a hierarchical relationship between the guest and the team member, and very little culture or human connections are made. I want to apply to Bill's point at the beginning of the conference, at the beginning of the show, I want to apply that thinking to Thailand and its culture. Keep in mind the veil of Apple and the veil of the Apple employees and how they contribute to the perception of Apple as a brand. Now think about Thailand. We have some of the most remarkable physiological assets of any nation in the world. We've got incredible beaches, we've got beautiful sea, we've got fantastic golf, we've got fantastic medical facilities, amazing wellness facilities, to the lifestyle panel, beautifully designed restaurants, beautifully designed hotels. We've got islands, the list goes on and on. But to my point about human connection, the reason we all live here is not because of the tangible assets. It's because of the Thai people. I've made my home in Thailand for the last 28 years. And when I think of the other nations, not just in Asia, but far beyond, there's nowhere else I'd rather live. And it's because of the Thai people, because of Thai culture, and that culture is wrapped in its people. And it's those people who can and will add the essence to brand Thailand and to every brand operating in the kingdom. That richness, Thai warmth, Thai love, that human connection. At Quo, when we create a brand, we imagine a village. We ask our clients to imagine a village, usually on a mountainside. Today, I'd like to, for the next 20 or 30 seconds or so, ask all of you to imagine a village anywhere in Thailand. Somewhere, it doesn't matter where. Your village is a perception of a Thai village. It has its own entrance and walls surrounding the village. It has its own architecture, and the aromas are unique to the village, the architecture of the homes, and designs can be found in that village. The schools, the roads, the green environment, and every other detail is that Thai village. And now I'd like to ask you to add people, the way they're dressed, the way they interact, the way they speak, and their smile and wink, or their why, their voice, their tones, their smiles. For all of us, in this simple exercise, when we add people and their interactions, their language, their voice. And that's true for brand Thailand. The same is true for brand Thailand. Thailand itself is our village, and our people are our single most precious asset. They are the beauty, the soul, the reason why we engage, and the reason why we stay, and the reason why people come. And it is that Thai soul that I'm calling to be embraced at the front and center of brand Thailand. It should be celebrated, it should be championed, and projected both internally and externally as the source of our future. The human connection so inherent in Thai culture and the Thai people are the reasons why we love this country. Recognizing and harnessing that human connection, we believe, should be at the core of the perception driving the future of hospitality. One critical consequence of COVID is that all organizations are harnessing vision and purpose. It's certainly true for startups. Rafat Ali in Skift recently described vision, purpose, niche definition, and community as the three most important factors for any startup. I'd add defining culture through people as a fourth. So I will leave you with this thought. COVID did change the world and the way in which we travel. It has catalyzed the state of loneliness. It has also changed how we travel. At the heart of that change is our need, every single one of us, our need for human connection. Humanity is at the heart of all culture. And in Thailand, the vision must be to harness that humanity and place it at the front and center of brand Thailand. Harnessing and projecting a culture that is best able to foster human connections is what we believe should be at the heart of the vision for the future of tourism in Thailand. And to end, I'm reminded of a quote by a French scholar, Louis de Jaucourt. Hospitality is the virtue of a great soul that cares for the ties of humanity. Thank you.